Welcome back to Veteran Revivals. I'm Art, your veteran idiot. This is Earl. That was Coachman. And then we've got Private Pile back here and Oscar back in the corner over there. Lieutenant Van. It is a beautiful morning. I'm just sitting out here enjoying it. It's like 64 degrees. Got some Freedom flying around out here. Look like a couple of F-22s. It's just a beautiful day. We are a day before the election. I don't get too political on this platform just because people get wild with politics, regardless if they're right or wrong. They're just super passionate about it, which you got to have at some point. But you should definitely get out and vote if you haven't done so already. And I'll be curious to see how this whole thing pans out. Should be pretty interesting, or very, very, very not interesting. We'll see. But got some updates on the 460. What we decided to do is we looked at short blocks, long blocks, all that stuff. 460 short blocks and long blocks are wild, just for refurbished ones. Wild. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this guy, this block, to S&S Speed Shop, and we are going to have it punched, and we'll see just how far it goes. We'll get the pistons and everything after we get it punched, but we're going to get it bored over, honed, and then we'll put it all back together and throw it in here. Probably have all the factory stuff still, and then not in here, sorry, in Private Pile, but probably still have all the factory stuff, heads, cam, all that business, and then we can upgrade later if we want to. But in its factory form, it should be way more than enough for that Bronco. Enough to break parts anyways. So what we got to do is, I got the trailer with all that junk sitting on top of it. It needs to go to the dump. But first we got to take that block to the machine shop. So we're going to hook the trailer, back up Earl over here, throw the block on, head on over to S&S, drop off the block, come back, dump all this crap out, and then we'll throw some interior in that guy. So without further ado, I'm done resting and enjoying my morning. Time to get to work. Alright, let's load it up, let's get on the road, get back here so we can start actually doing something productive instead of waiting around for things to happen. Alright, we're back. Dropped it off, should take 2 weeks. Sorry, I can't get it done sooner than that, but that's what they said, 2 weeks, which is actually pretty good considering how many blocks they had sitting on the ground outside the shop. Wow. So 2 weeks, we'll find out exactly how big the holes are, and then we'll start ordering out the pistons and everything else like that. for now. I need to try and bleed the brakes again on this. It goes to the floor, which is scary. And then we need to hook up that trailer and take it to the dump, and we'll be good to start getting on this guy. So just a little rant here. If you have a business hours and they're posted everywhere, and it says, for instance, went to the dump to jump off that stuff, drove through 40 minutes of traffic to get there, ended up there at 3:50. Pull up, the guy at the window says, oh, now we stopped taking vehicles at 3:45. Okay, your business hours are 4 o'clock. It's like, no, we stopped taking vehicles at 3:45. So I don't fight about it. I just leave. And I know that it's not worth the argument. So this is my rant to you, since I couldn't necessarily argue with that dude. If you stop taking vehicles at 3:45, change your hours to 3:45. Don't say that you're open till 4 and then reduce it by 15 minutes to meet your time so you can get out early. Change your hours to 3:45 so everybody around knows and they don't drive halfway across the city to use your facility, and you stop taking vehicles 15 minutes before the advertised closing time. End rant. But since I couldn't do that, decided to come get the brightness turned down on the windows on Earl with my buddy Jesus and Gilbert. So that's a positive and a plus. Well, we are back from getting the window brightness turned down. It looks minty fresh. Much better. So much darker in there. Looks good. Hey. And you know what doesn't look minty fresh? This. And this. And my door won't open anymore. Sweet. So when the tint was done, I jumped back into it to drive away. I didn't check to see if it was in park. Fired it up. It was in reverse. Started hauling butt backwards. So I jumped in, tried to step on the brake. Not in time. Hit one of those parking pillars, folded the door forward, all the way forward. So I hit this, increased it, which sucks because this is the cab. This is not a fender. This is the cab. So let's see if we can try and straighten that out. But the biggest problem right now is that I had to force the door closed that far because it's pushed down and in. I had to force it closed, and now it won't open. It's bound up on the fender. So this video turned from a Bronco video into what else can go wrong today. I think it might have been karma for complaining about the dump. I don't know. It might be. I'm not superstitious, but possibly karma, superstition. I don't know if that's the same or different, but we'll just save our complaints. I usually don't complain about that stuff, so that's why I'm seeing the correlation. See if we can get the door off. Luckily, I took off the hinge plates on the inside before closing the door so we could get to the bolts. Take out the bolts and see if we can't get the door off, and then we'll figure out what we can do with the hinges and maybe straighten things out. Let's take a look. All right, so you can see it's definitely darker in here. It's nice. It smells like Windex. I was thinking about putting a strip up here across the top, but I'm tall AF, and so I'd be looking right through the strip as I'm driving. But so I took those hinge covers off, and we can try and see if I can take those bolts out and then maybe unlatch the door from the outside, and maybe the whole door will come off and out, and then we can start messing with it. You can see how far off it is. It's no bueno. It's not good. We'll get it figured out. It looks like it may have pulled the pinch welds out too from the inside. Oh, that's not good. Not good. Well, let's see what we can figure out. All right, hopefully his door doesn't just launch itself out of here and hit the ground. That would suck. It's not that size, guy. Oh, that was loud. It was really loud. Don't launch out. Don't launch out. the way down. That'll be fun to get out. All right, let's go out there and see if we can open her up. Okay, let's see. Oh. Release. Release, says me. What's holding me on? So it's bound up by the fender here. It's not going to let it come this way out. My hopes was by pulling those bolts that it would release it and let it slide out this way. It is not. However, coming loose from inside. Wonder if they're just shoved so far in. Bummer. That sucks a lot. I don't want to bend this fender. I'm gonna get a jack under it, see if we can't jack it up some. I'm gonna walk over here to get a piece of wood and it's gonna fall. Okay. Let's see what we can bend and break. Oh, nope, just slid off the jack. The bolts are completely out on the inside. That's about where it's supposed to be. Normally, we are heavy into the fender here. Why come no release? I don't know how I'm gonna get that fender off if I don't get the door open. Frick. This sucks. 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 A lot of sucks in this scenario. Dang. Why, if those bolts are out, what is holding the door on? Oh, it's because there's 3 bolts. Ha! There it goes. That released it. Maybe it'll let me open it now. Oh, there we go. All right. So in case anybody was wondering, there's 3 bolts in the top, 3 bolts in the bottom. Now what is bent and what is salvageable? So that hinge, the ball, roller ball is hella bent, and it looks like that hinge is pretty bent too. All right, problem. Let's see if we can get this guy pushed up, and then we'll fix the stops, because the stops are bent. It lets the door go all the way open. We'll fix the stops and see if that helps at all. Lock this down. Let's drop the front out. Nope, didn't lock it. Oh, all right. Get out of my way. That is all the way out up here, okay? Okay, we're clear of the fender there, but it is way down. Still way low. Okay. Bring the top in a little bit. So we're gonna have to keep fiddle frickin' these hinges in here to get them where we want them. So right now we're hitting everything. All the things are getting hit. And these hinges, I do believe, are all the way out. Pretty sure anyways. Yeah, they are all the way out. That's all we're getting out of those poop dogs. Let's see if that helped any. Mission. It's just so far in. It got pushed in hard. Dang it. I might be able to do like washers or something between it, space it out, and so it gives us room. Man, that sucks. Sucks. Well, that's better. Close, nope. Need to let the bottom out more, but it's not gonna go. It just ain't. Hinge bound up. Sweet. Maybe it'll go out more. Don't like it. No likey. Yikes. That sucks a lot. Really bent those hinges. Oh man, how do we fix this? I might have to pull this whole hinge out of here, and since it was pulled back and shoved up, I think it bent here and pulled it closer. Doesn't look like it bent any of this. It might just be the hinge itself. Let me take a look at this for a while. I'll be back. Oh, it's not too bad. Oh, okay. This one looks bent. We'll straighten that one out, see what she looks like. Compare it to that one over there. This may be a lot of that pulling the door in instead of rotating around. I was wrong. Both of them have a slight bend in it. This one actually looks like it has been bent straightened out and needs bent back the other way. Might just be time for new hinges, unfortunately. That may be where we're at. They may just be too bent. That is a bummer. Bummer to me. That is a bummer, and it sucks. Fat D. Of course, this is an enclosed channel, so I can't get in there to straighten this out. Why would it be open? Foot hinges are bent too, can't forget about that. Doesn't look like there's any way to get in there to pop that out. That's a bummer. Bummer, bro. So this is the lower hinge. It looks like it's supposed to have a turn and kind of come out this way, and it is completely straight. Whereas this one, the upper hinge, has that little turn. Not necessarily a lot of turn, but you can see the stops are just completely bent out, and so it goes way farther than it should. The question is, if I get new hinges, is it gonna fix the problem? Or is the bend inside the door itself? That's what would suck. So I've been beating on these things for a little while. Took them out and bent, or kind of hammered a bend back into them. You can see now that they have more of a bend. That should help get it away from this fender as it's coming back, and they're more even. This one's still a little bit far back, but I think it's got enough of a bend in it to help it get away from that fender. So let's throw the door back on here, which should be pretty interesting by myself, and see if what we did was enough to get it away from the fender and back enough to get this latch. Okie dokie, let's see if we can drop this door. Oh, with my messed up shoulder. How do we end up way higher? Slide on in. Slide on in. Oh. Throw a bolt on the top, a bolt in the bottom. See if that's enough. Okay. Inner hinges are still loose, but we'll see if that's better. Oh, yes. Okay. Now we're going to push these inner hinge mounting points out. And this one, no, this needs to come in up here. Let's see what that gets us. Oh, we may actually do this. Okay, it's a beautiful thing. Just need it to go up. That might be all she got. All she wrote. Oh no. That one got donated too. All right. Oh. That's pretty close. That is pretty close. Needs to come out on the top. But that's gonna bring it down. Trickery. Bring it out on the top. Well, yeah, my socket's gone. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Oh, what do we get? Nothing. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Oh, what is it? Socket. Yeah, there's one. Got one more down there. Can't reach it. Never been a huge fan of fishing, so this sucks. Still missing one more. Bolts down here in the door somewhere. I don't know where it could have gone. Alright, you win. Whatevs, bro. You win. Came out. But now we're way too low again. I'm glad that it opens and closes. What a nightmare this would have been otherwise. Pretty bound up right now. She dang old, pretty dang old burn, dang old. Tell you what. See if that relieves some of that bind. Kind of. Come on over, come on over. What we got there? What we got? Top hinge, come in some. Or the bottom hinge needs to come out. Bottom hinge needs to come out. Let's get this out. That's pretty good. It could come out more. Actually, and the top could come in. No, we'll leave the top alone. Top could probably come out just a tiny bit up front, and that bottom needs to come out more, if it can. Still a pretty good gap up there. Oh yeah, it's looking good. Looking good. At least it opens and closes. What are you moving around for, huh? I was worried. I was worried that was gonna have to buy. Each one of those hinges is 70 bucks. So it's like, that hurts. But that seems to do pretty good. We can move this striker around a little bit. Can't really close this gap because this gasket is wasted. This striker also moves, but it is like all the way moved. See if I can close it and open from inside. All right, I think we did it, fellers. I think we did it. I think she's fixed. Much as she can be. Sad day though. Man, I hate that body got pinched. The truck may look beat up. To me, I know every scratch and every dent on this thing, and it's actually really clean. The patina is the only thing that makes it look like it's beat up. The truck is actually really clean and free of dents. This, I almost cried. Sad. Let's put these bolts in. Call her a day. I don't know where that other bolt went. I'm sure it'll be sitting down in here rattling. Oh well. All right. Oh, nope. This is the next thing I need to fix. This one probably just needs a new hinge altogether. That's what I'm thinking. Anywho. Not doing that today. That one closes beautifully. Let's see if we can adjust this striker a little bit. Just a tint. See what that gets us. It's gonna be difficult to close from inside. I don't see how you can hate from the outside. You can't even get in. Oh. It's tight. It's tight, tight. See if I can open it. Man, that's a tough one. How do we fix that? So bound up. Oh, the stop pin's all bent. Or the spring pin, or whatever you want to call it. Pin. Maybe we can straighten that out a little bit. That'll get rid of that grinding. I don't know. Probably not. Can't even get it in there. I don't want to break it off. It's solid. Roll with it. Shoop, shoop-a doop, shoop-a doop-a doop-a doop. Oh, that's hard on the shoulder. Had to take this out so they could get to the rear window, size up the tint. All right, friends, well, wasn't really a traditional episode. Kind of went to hell in a handbasket pretty quick, but I got it fixed. I'm sad the body itself got damaged, but door hinges are somewhat straightened out, and it's closing better than it actually did prior to this. So we'll take it as a win. Got tint in, looks good. Didn't get to go to dump, didn't get to put the interior in the Bronco, but you know what? Sometimes you just got to cut off when you're at a win. Relax, and then come back at it another day. Thank you all for the support. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And as always, have fun. Make sure it's in park.